Alright everybody, in this video, I'm going to show you proof and evidence that I did help Tim out. I do not believe that what that news bulletin said is true. It is true that Tim is in need of help, but I don't believe that he said that he didn't get any help. Now because of this trip, I ended up having to spend the money that I originally had in reserve for my phone bill. So I do have some funds that are supposed to be coming through, but that's not till later on this month. Unfortunately, if my phone gets turned off, I'm not going to be able to have access to those funds at all. And from the last time I talked to Tim, he said that they were trying to purposely block communications to prevent him from talking to specific people and from getting help. So, as I mentioned before, funds were sent to me. And if you're wondering, if you've used Zelle before, you know it requires a certain type of, a particular types of cards in order to receive funds from it. Unfortunately, the one card I had that would have worked with it, unfortunately I haven't used it in so long that they basically shut down the account and the card was deactivated, basically. So I wasn't able to receive those funds, and even now I'm still unable to receive them. When I first started this trip with him, which was not planned, keep in mind the initial plan was just to go grocery shopping and then come back to the RV park. Instead, we ended up going on a trip that took us all the way across Texas, all the way up into Fort Worth. So if I'm going to leave an email address that you all can contact me through. There were some people who were complaining about, wanted to get in contact with me, having a way to talk to me directly or whatever, right? So I'm gonna leave an email address for that. I'm not asking anyone to send me money at all. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking if you can, please, just buy a Boost Mobile card, for $65, or at least for how much you can afford to give, normally I don't want, I'm not the type of person that normally would ask for something like this. And I try to not be, not to ever do that. But in this case, I ain't got much of a choice in the matter. I will pay whoever ends up helping me out. I will try to make sure I pay them back if they want me to. I will make sure that gets done. I will reimburse them for their help. But to show you all the ticket as proof that I was down there, here you go. That's the card holder for the motel that I stayed in, which was a piece of shit motel, by the way. So as you can see, I'm not gonna. I got my last name blocked out there, but as you can see, you see my first name right there, and it's going all the way down towards. I'll show you on the side, all the way from Fort Worth to San Antonio. The ticket was like $37. I ended up basically the money that I had, what it was for originally for my phone bill ended up going to food, and it ended up going to for this ticket as well, unfortunately. And by the end of this, I didn't really get the compensation that I was, that was mentioned I would get. Don't get me wrong, rent's been paid off, but yeah, that particular situation, man, it just caught me off guard. It did, and it put me in a bad spot. So I'm in the middle of handling a lot of the important, stuff that I'm supposed to take care of a while ago, but it's just been constant things getting in the way and other things that has just been sidetracking me this whole time. And eventually I was able to finally, thanks to one other TI of helping me out with some information, which was James, and I really, really owe him big time yesterday. I really do. Because he ended up finding some information and stuff that I could use to get this stuff done, and I got it all done yesterday. For privacy reasons, I don't want to discuss what these things are because of them being confidential. But without further ado, I'm going to play this video for you. I'm not going to show Tim's face, but you can hear his voice. The reason why I'm not showing his face is because from what he described to me, he dealt with his perps would try to get a photograph of his face, and they would alter it to basically use it to discredit him. So I will not show that. I'm not going to show the footage of the driver either, for his privacy as well. So without further ado, let's get started. Keep in mind, Tim does mention what he wants me to get out of the store before I get out of the out of the vehicle and walk into the store. As I'm at the entrance, you are going to see 3 perps that I'm going to point out that are going to basically keep reoccurring. The tactics that these perps are using, they will signal, they'll have them, these perpetrators basically try to align themselves in my line of sight, and they will raise either their left or right arm. It's repetition. It's the same thing happening, just with different people. Doesn't matter whether it's a woman, doesn't matter whether it's a guy. It's the same thing that they're using, okay? They're also using color sensitization, the color blue. You're going to see a lot of people put themselves in my line of view with the color blue. All right? All right.
No. You grab me some grub?
Yeah.
Fresh fruit, some canned goods, and then you like steak? Get a couple steaks.
All right.
Maybe a bag of taters.
All right. Talking about potatoes? Okay. Okay, about to approach perp number 1. There. Alright, here's perp number 1. If you can, should be able to see her. She's there with her kid. The kid's dressed in a blue shirt. And there's going to be a guy who's going to be with her as well. The guy is dressed in, I think he's also in a baby blue shirt or a turquoise blue shirt with a white cap and some dark colored shorts. Now, keep in mind where these people are going to be originally at and where they're coming from and where they're going to, prior to me basically minding my own business, trying to get the things of which I was asked to go grab out of the store. Alright?
Yeah, I would. Okay, buddy. See you in a while. Thank you when you're done, okay?
Yeah. There's going to be at least... It's going to be at least 2 or 3 more perps. They're going to be right by the entrance. It looks like I missed a photograph of that guy. Hang on, pause it. Okay, so let me just scroll it. And I'm going in the wrong direction. Can't even go to a damn grocery store in peace, man.
Yeah, I would. Okay, buddy. See you in a while.
I'll just, damn. I guess I can try to show, you can barely see him with this angle. There's a better angle of him when he's going in there, but there you go. As you can see, he's going in there, and then, shortly behind him is the woman with the kid. So, yeah, there's going to be another perp I'm going to show you as well after that.
Done, okay?
Yeah.
Do I get up front, Mum?
Crap, seatbelt, seatbelt. Alright, let me just wait. Okay, there. Alright, now from this point on, I'm gonna show you all the, as you can see right there, That's the perk pool you're gonna first see initially as I walk in. It's on his phone, as you can see. Then he's looking over there, and apparently. So, watch what he does with his right arm as he's passing by. See how he raises it? You're gonna see a lot of that. It doesn't matter whether it's a woman, it doesn't matter whether it's a guy. They're gonna be doing that right in my line of sight, or at least when they think they're in my line of sight. You're also gonna see them walking around with blue as well, a lot of blue. So that lady that I told you about earlier that had the kid with the blue shirt on, they're in the direction of where the produce section is, so I'm going over in the direction of where the meat section is to avoid them. As I try to do that though, they send those people in the direction of where I'm going. The thing is, since I'm getting steaks, it's, you know, you're gonna see why they send them in that direction. In my line of defense, this camera records everything and not something specific. So they can't switch that around trying to say I'm recording somebody specifically. No, this is only meant to catch actual perpetrators, people who are provocateurs, people who are basically a part of the crimes of human trafficking.
Vegetables, steaks. Keep in mind for the obvious that shows up in an obvious location. These people are being told to go to where they're going. So what we have to do, we gotta maintain radio silence.
If you're wondering why I didn't just upload the actual footage, it's because it takes way too long to do that, especially with my data being slowed down at the rate it is now. Alright, so watch who pops up right behind me. Hold up. Alright, so I walked a little bit ahead, but as you can see, the guy in the turquoise blue shirt, or the baby blue shirt with the white cap and shorts, and then behind him is the woman and the kid in the solid blue shirt. Farther up ahead is going to be the steaks. The fresh steaks are going to be in the section where I'm at now, but unfortunately the prices for these particular steaks are way too much and there are very few. So I ended up getting the ones that are frozen because you get more in that box.
Excuse me, miss? Miss? You know where the steaks are at? Oh, could you show me? I'm having trouble finding them. If you know where they're at, could you show me? If you know where they're at, could you show me?
Just to know where the steaks are at.
Yeah.
You're talking about the fresh ones or frozen steaks?
Fresh.
Ribeye right here, porterhouse, T-bone, New York strip, one ribeye. Was there a specific one you were looking for?
Not really. Porterhouse. I'll just go with yeah, I'll go with porterhouse, I guess. Is there more in the frozen ones or no?
The frozen.
Right there. That lady right there, It's hard to make it out, but she's dressed into a solid blue shirt. She's gonna raise her left arm, and after she does that, keep in mind, you see the direction I'm looking in, right? She's gonna do that, and when she does that, she leaves. Normally someone will say, well, what's wrong with that? Well, you're gonna see exactly what I mean when I pass by her again. As you can see, the lifting of the left arm, and then after that, she does that, she leaves. Keep in mind, she's parked right where the steaks are at, dude. Tim asked me to go and grab him some steaks, right?
Basically same thing like that. I'll get one of those too. Thank you, sir. Now, what's the difference between ribeye New York strip? It's a different kind of meat. Different. Okay. If you had the, I can show you over there what they look like.
Oh crap.
That'd be alright. Thank you, though. Yep.
Go back. My apologies for that. Man. Hold up. Let me back up. Go back a bit more. I didn't think that would do that, but it did.
I can show you over there what they look like. That'll be alright. Thank you, though. Yep. So, this way.
I don't think that woman in the pink shirt's involved, but she does tend to show up a lot in the footage. So Tim asked me to go grab steaks and potatoes, right? I'm going over to the potatoes now, but they have an old woman in a pink shirt blocking off the aisle, so I have to go around her. She's a perp because she keeps showing up in the footage consistently, and the things she's riding on, don't get me wrong, she's disabled. But this is exactly what I mean when I say they exploit people. They exploit the elderly. They exploit the disabled. They do shit like this, man. They actually freaking do. So the car has blue on it, right? So she's constantly driving this thing in my line of sight on multiple occasions. To add insult to injury, she's even basically looking directly at me to make sure that I actually see the damn thing, too. There you go. That's the first time. So I've got to go around and just to grab the potatoes. If you look over towards my right hand side, all the way to where that black shelves are at, where it looks like it's got drinks in it, right behind that pole, right, all the way on the far side there. In that area is the money center, and there's going to be another perp coming from there. It's going to be an African American woman coming through there, dressed in, I believe it was like a tan or maybe I think it was a tan shirt she's wearing, or like a beige or whatever. And she does the same repetitious arm movement that they've been doing through this whole footage. She does it with her left arm.
No way. No, I think it is. Motherfucker. It is.
If you shop in Texas, you will find aloe vera in the Walmarts. Since you know, the cacti that grows here also involves aloe vera, which is a pretty good damn deal. Those things are what, like a buck, damn near just around $1 a piece, which is just sublime.
Oh, I am so good in this. Bag. Need a bag.
think that lady right there might be a perp as well. Because I think I could be wrong, but I think she signals that other woman that's in the chair. I could be wrong, though. I'm not 100% certain about her. The only reason why I say it is because she's consistently standing there. And as you see, you can see the heavyset woman in a pink shirt. Like I said, she's going to show up several times in the footage as well. But, yeah. Right there. The African American woman in the beige or tan colored shirt. Watch what she does with her left arm as she passes by. When I start looking close into that direction, right? Well, I guess I wasn't really looking directly, but you could see it still. Let me just back up a bit. Now keep your eye on that area. You see her, right? There it is. The left arm. If the movement was a bit too much for you, because it probably was, I'll pause it just so you can see. If you look closely, you can see it start to raise. And then you see the hand raise up. There you go. Don't you dare. You bet not. Sorry, but it looks like someone wants to sit. Okay. Alright. I guess she doesn't want to say hello. And there's the old woman again. The one that's in the cart as she's driving down. So that would be sensitization to color, the color blue. And she's even looking in my direction just to make sure I see her. And now I'm about to go and grab a piece of, at least I think maybe 1 or 2 loaves of bread. As I do this, there's gonna be a lady on my way back to the cart. There's gonna be a lady coming on my left, coming through on my left-hand side in this same aisle that I'm in right now. She's gonna do the same repetitious manner. You saw I just got, the color sensitization. Now she's going to do the repetitious mannerisms of body movement, but she's gonna do it with her left arm. To add insult to injury, she makes it so obvious that I was meant to see it, that it gets to a point to where like I go ahead of her, so I miss it from my eyesight. My camera still sees it, as you'll soon see. But because of me not seeing it, you know, she has to make sure she covers her ass. And watch who we're gonna see, who's basically there to try to give her, basically keep an eye on the situation.
That's one thing I read last time.
Don't worry, the camera still has the cart in perfect view. There she is. keep an eye on that woman. Her left arm is gonna go up, touching her head. I'm gonna, of course, my eyesight's gonna miss it, but when I turn around, she's gonna immediately do it again. But just to prove that she wasn't just walking down the entire aisle like that, you're gonna see on the footage that her arm did go down. Remember, this is something that's meant to be seen. Hold up, I'm gonna pause it. So as you see there, let me just back up a bit. All right, now play it. Watch that left arm. There it is. She's even looking in the direction where I'm at. And there's the old woman in a blue shirt. You see what's right there? There's the stakes. She was right there, and she did that with her left arm. Her left arm before she even left out of this same aisle. She comes through here in the opposite direction as I'm passing by. So since I missed that and I didn't see it, now watch what happens when I turn around. As you can see, that arm is down, but wait until I turn around. Right there. You see how she immediately puts it back up? That old woman is gonna stop right by in that freezer section too. She's not gonna budge at all until I'm out of sight.
Oh, excuse me.
And there's the woman in the pink shirt again. By showing this footage, I hope I'm showing how dangerous it is to be around these damn zombies. They're so focused on programming people that you can't live around them. You can't. And you gotta really, show that you're not gonna be you're gonna be a force to be reckoned with this to get them the fuck off. It's a shame, but you gotta be like that, man.
Oh, no way. Oh, man. That's enough.
That guy in the gray shirt and the dark pants, he shows up again. But he's that woman that you saw earlier who was doing the arm thing, and he was getting confirmation and all that from that old woman. They end up in a little chit chat and they don't disperse until I actually start to move.
Okay, fuck it.
Even though I grabbed some sugar, I got aloe vera to detox the radiation, and I'm gonna grab some cranberry juice to basically detox the kidneys. And of course, there's the old woman again.
Okay, fuck it.
Right there. See that? After they do the signal with the arm, which is what that lady did twice, they hit me with the color harassment, the color sensitization. This is how mind control works, people. That lady that was in that cart's gonna come by again.
Hold on.
As you can see, the woman who had raised her arm up twice, she's right there. There's the guy in a gray shirt, dark colored shorts. And then there's the old lady coming around the corner. I don't think she has any drinks in her cart, man. You see how obvious this stuff is? Even looking at it in my direction, too. Wow, dude. Man. So, of course, if I'm getting cheese, I gotta go grab some lunch meat. So, unfortunately, I gotta go in the direction where she came from. Now watch this. She don't leave until I make a move. She doesn't, neither one of them moves until I start to leave.
Shit.
They're both standing right where they're at. Hang on. Pause. Go back. Alright, so I turn around. They're still in place. But you can see how she's turning around getting ready to leave, right? Boom. Just like that.
That is that.
Now, what's odd about this is that, well, you got two other people in blue right there, but I don't think that was intentional. I could be wrong. Maybe it wasn't.
Excuse me, miss.
Oh crap, that's off track. Fuck. Okay, here we go.
Excuse me, miss. Oh, you must have a phone. Excuse me, miss. You know where the printers are at? Oh, over here? Alright. Oh, no way. I didn't even think they would be that damn cheap. No fucking way. Before, yes. Yes, you are coming with me. Double yes. you know where the ink cartridges are at for this?
If you ever buy a printer, make sure you check and see if they actually include ink cartridges, because this damn thing did. It had both a cartridge of black and a cartridge of color, and these damn things are expensive.
Yep.
I only have at the moment, it looks like
Oh, cow, that expensive.
$25.97.
Alright, I'll grab that too. Is it okay if I purchase this up here, or do I have to go to the front?
Either or.
Okay, yeah, I'll purchase it here. Crap.
Or I can actually,
No, I may have to come back. There's actually one other thing I gotta go grab.
well, I can actually take this up to register 10.
Alright.
Keep that in mind. Register 10. The stuff that happens in the front is gonna be freaking wild, dude. It's just ridiculous what they do when I make it up when I'm getting ready to leave. It's just ridiculous.
This is only the black though, not the color.
That's
Is that
fine.
okay?
That's fine. How much? That's $25, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you see that guy? He's doing the same thing, but he's doing it with his right arm.
This is only the black though, not the color.
That's
Is that
fine.
okay?
That's fine. How much? That's $25, right?
Yes.
Okay.
See that, right? Even though it's with his right arm, I can still see it. It's still in my line of sight to see. That's more
Hang on.
repetition. Those two females right there, I'm dressed all in black, they're gonna show up later on.
I go this way. Go around. Nope. Nope. Huh. First sign of
No, that's not a perp.
Where are the right two sections down here? Where's this spot? So, right there. I won't get this. Just okay, so
I gotta pause this because I gotta charge this, but watch what happens at the end of that hallway towards my right hand side. I'm gonna have to flip this damn thing over. Okay, there we go.
okay. Still missing something. What the fuck am I missing? Still something missing.
No, that's not it. But that was lifting of the left arm. So I don't know if that guy's a perp or not. Might not be. No.
Excuse me, miss?
Did it already happen? Did it already happen? It did. Hold up. Hold up.
Excuse me, miss? Okay. I'm still missing something here. What the f am I missing? What's this?
Huh. Thought that lady, the old lady in the cart was gonna pass by again, but I guess not.
Excuse me, miss. Yep, there it is.
This is where this whole craziness starts. It gets ridiculous. I go into one aisle, right? They can just ring me up in aisle 10. Aisle 7 is open, but they close it. There's barely anybody in aisle 7. I would understand if aisle 10 was closing, but it wasn't, right? They're desperate for me to go to aisle 6. Well, not aisle, I guess to register 6. So register 10 is still open. They could just ring me up and register 10 and I'll be done. I'll be out of there. But this lady says, "Oh, I'll ring you." She says that she's gonna ring me up at register 6 and she'll ring the other guy at register 4. Does that make any sense? The register I'm already in, the person, they already are still accepting people too. So watch how this plays out. But keep in mind, the same guy who was at the entrance on his phone, the guy in all gray, the first person who basically did that repetitious mannerism of body movement, he's gonna be right behind me in the damn line. And they're gonna have a bunch of people in blue. Even if I try to look away, they're gonna have a person show up in the blue mask. Interact that too. So if I look away, I still see blue. Those two females I mentioned earlier, how they showed up at the front here. That guy's in a blue cap, and he's on his phone. Way down there, right by that door, in front of me, you can see two people in blue shirts. The lady said aisle 10. She said aisle 10, right? Right there. You see him, right? That's the same guy that was at the entrance. It took me, this whole video is around over 20 minutes long. I did all of that stuff. You see how much stuff I have in my shopping cart there? Look at what he has. Very few items. That's suspicious, everybody. That is very suspicious. But I've been in there all for 20 minutes and I got all that stuff in my cart. This guy's been in there around the same amount of time. But he only got 2 items. Come on, man. So they don't move in my direction until he's there. You notice that? Woman in blue shirt. The guy behind me over towards my left-hand side. in the aisle, or where the guy that's in the gray is, you can see him. He's in a baby blue shirt with a solid blue vest. Watch the color of his mask, though. You see that shit, right? She's wearing a blue shirt. He's got on a blue mask. And they basically are walking down simultaneously in my direction. You think that's all the blue they're gonna bombard me with? Oh no, they got more. They got way more than that. There's another blue shirt. Now let me take a look at that. Did anybody raise their arm during that whole exchange, I wonder? No, she's on her phone. Oh, it looks like someone did raise their arm. Yep. She raised her her right side arm. Yeah. She freaking did. She freaking did. She really did. Wow. Okay. Now, I want any ordinary person to watch this particular part of the footage. Tell me if you think this shit is normal. I'm not gonna say anything. I've explained what's gonna happen, but just keep in mind, it's completely ridiculous. Keep an eye on that aisle where those two women are at. That's very important.
Can I just take it to self-check? No, they gotta do it there. Sorry, I gotta be here. Thank you. You can. She's open over there on 6.
There's something I'm waiting up at the front.
Gotcha. Me too. Yeah, she might be able to take it over there.
You see what he does? That guy, hold on, you probably missed it. It's the employee behind me on my left-hand side in the background area. He is trying to watch how that cashier, that person in the booth reacts when he does that shit.
Sorry, I gotta be here. Thank you. You can. She's open over there on 6.
There's something I'm waiting up at the front.
Gotcha. Me too.
Watch his hands. You can see him. He's the employee. He's talking. He's right beside the guy who's in the all gray. Watch what he does with his hands.
She might be able to take it over there.
You see that shit, right? Now, you watch how this person reacts after he does that.
Yes.
I'll get you a hand.
Now, keep an eye on this. She's gonna get him on 4, but they want me to be on 6.
6.
Right.
Wait,
Actually, he's got something too.
There's an item I'm waiting for at number 10. That's why I'm not going over the number for 6.
What did you get?
It's an ink cartridge.
I got
She
it.
said she was gonna leave it up here. Hold up. Now watch what she says. She says this out of her own mouth. You got it?
I'll get you on 6 and I'll get you on 4.
Okay, great.
She'll get me on 6 and she'll get him on 4. Does that make any sense?
Thank you.
All right.
Go ahead.
Yep. Now, as I go in this direction, watch who pops up. There's some people who I pointed out before at the beginning of all this shit. You see that, right? The woman, the kid in blue, and the guy. Oh, so I could have just went straight. You still ain't got a good clear angle on him? Hold on. All right. Never mind. It's like okay, I'm gonna do 3 separate purchases. 2 of them I'm gonna do with cash. This one I'm gonna do with card.
Okay. So which one's this one for the ink?
That's 25. I'll probably do that one with cash.
With cash? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to do this right now? Or
You know what? Could you ring this one up? See how much this one costs? Because I can't remember the price. Well, I'll take it back. Since they have someone on 4, I guess that's what threw me off. She said she would get him on 4, but they got someone there. I'll give them that. But it's still weird. No, That's like turquoise blue. He just raised his arm, his left arm. It's gonna keep. What's gonna happen after he does that?
This one costs $34.88.
So what's the total?
Hold up. Go back. Holy moly! I'm about to hit an hour here. Oh well.
$65.87.
Yeah, I can do
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Hopefully I remember to put it in here. Awesome. Yep, got it. All right.
Alright, I gotta end the footage there because I'm not gonna show my pen and all that crap being put in. However, I will scroll past that a little bit farther. I guess that's about it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright.